Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Palmer going in motion right.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have... Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This one caught by Davis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
That's a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. In motion left comes Williams. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
With they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And some room to maneuver.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
There he goes, right side.
DeAndre Swift.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space, and he rumbled for big-time yardage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's touchdown from 3 yards out.
And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They'll try to run with Swift.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert now. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Herbert on 1st down now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Herbert back to the air. Forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have come back to make it a 2-point game. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down in the yard. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Hurts. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit. Had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Play action. Here's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too. 106 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs If you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. A give running right is Gainwell. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. In motion right goes Allen. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one,